Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Mystic Knights, Egg of the Dragon. While on a walk, Deirdre spots something odd in a tree. It's a dragon's egg. Rowan and Garrett squabble over who'll get it. They get it down eventually and are confronted by Temra soldiers. Queen Maeve demands them to hand over the egg. Their weapons were left behind, but they don't want Maeve to get a hold of the egg. They do their best to fight without their weapons, and luckily Ivar and Angus arrive. Angus gets a hold of the egg and threatens to smash it if Maeve doesn't retreat. Maeve reluctantly pulls back. The knights take it to Kahad. Kahad surmises that Maeve isn't interested in the dragon as much as the shell, which can be used in powerful spells. I don't think that's the most logical conclusion, as she didn't want Angus to break it earlier. If she just wanted the shell, she could have just let him break it. Maybe the shell is only good once it's hatched, but they don't explain any of this at this point. King Conifer sends Angus to hide the egg outside the castle. His reasoning is that Maeve will try to infiltrate the castle if she knows the egg is inside. Once again, I have to question the logic. If Maeve doesn't know where Angus is hiding the egg, she has no reason to think the egg isn't still in the castle. Angus bumps into some old friends from his thieving days. He lets it slip that he was entrusted with hiding the egg. They pickpocket him and swipe a map he made to the egg. A bogey spy reports to Maeve. Maeve calls on Miter, who gives Torque a falcon to steal the map. The falcon very quickly finds the thieves and swipes the map. Rowan and Angus find their way to where Angus hid the egg, only to find Maeve has already taken it. The falcon grows into a monster and keeps Rowan and Angus from following Maeve. Aideen goes to get the others. Ivar and Deirdre go to help Rowan and Angus. Garrett goes to get the egg back. Garrett successfully retrieves the egg, and the others drive off the falcon monster. The knights wonder what to do with the egg and settle on taking it to Pyre. It hatches and makes friends with Pyre. The knights pick up the shell to take to Kahad. The baby dragon, a drageen, Rowan explains, flies away to the dragon rookery. This episode is pretty good. The main focus is on the egg and the back and forth fighting over it. But there's a pretty important B story going on too. Deirdre isn't big on the idea of marrying Garrett. Garrett likes Deirdre, but Deirdre isn't particularly fond of him. Garrett and the king work out an alliance between their nations and doesn't require a marriage. Deirdre is relieved, but not totally closed to the idea of marrying Garrett. When Angus bumps into his old friends, they have a meal together, and I think there's a bit of an implication that Angus gets drunk. They're all drinking something and laughing for a while. It takes Angus a bit before realizing they pickpocketed him. Being drunk definitely wouldn't fly in a kid's show, at least not if it were blatant, but I think this might be subtle enough to skirt by. When Maeve gets the egg, she gets some dialogue explaining that the shell must be removed in a specific way, so I guess that's why she couldn't let Angus just smash it at the beginning. The baby dragon, or drageen, is CGI and resembles Fireheart from Power Rangers Mystic Force. Surprisingly, the CGI is about the same quality in both shows, despite being almost 10 years apart. I wonder if the Drageen will return. Will it stay an ally? What about Tyroon? What's he doing all this time? Will he consider the Drageen an enemy? Will the Drageen have any special abilities? Good episode. Not amazing, but decent. We're now halfway through Mystic Knights. It's been consistently good, hoping that continues. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
He's got him up! What are we going to do?